Good day, my name is Franziglib Natividad Torres, and in this video presentation, I will be discussing arc welding. Especially, I will focus on three important areas. First, the proper handling and temperature settings. Second, the effects of temperature on metals. And third, the safety practices in arc welding. Welding is widely used in engineering, constructions, and maintenance because it allows us to permanently join metals parts. However, arc welding is not just about melting metal. It requires proper control, correct techniques, and strong awareness of safety. If the temperature is not handled properly, the weld may become weak or the metal get damaged. At the same time, if safety procedures are ignored, it can lead to serious accidents. So, in this presentation, I will explain how temperature affects welding, why it must be controlled, and how we can stay safe while performing arc welding. Let us begin. The proper handling of temperature or current settings in arc welding. The most important factor to consider is the type of thickness of the metal. For thick metals, a higher current is required. This is because thicker materials need more heat energy to reach the melting point and properly fuse together. Without enough heat, the weld will not penetrate deeply, resulting in a weak joint. On the other hand, for thin metals, a lower current must be used. If the temperature is too high, it can burn through where the metal becomes too thin or even develops holes. This can ruin the material and make the weld unusable. Another important factor is the electrode selection. Electrodes comes in a different types, and each one is designed for specific material and welding conditions. Choosing the wrong electrode can affect heat control and quality of the weld. It is also important to adjust the current gradually. Sudden changes in temperature can make the weld unstable and difficult to control. Gradual adjustment allow better precision and smoother welding. In addition, welders should always test their settings on scrap material first. This is a simple but very important step. By testing, you can check if the heat is too high or too low before working on the actual metal piece. For example, if the weld looks too wide or the metal is overheating, you may need to reduce the current. If the weld is too weak or not bonding properly, you may need to increase it slightly. In real life applications, experienced welders often adjust settings based on observation, such as appearance of the arc, the sound it produces, and how the metal reacts. To summarize, proper temperature handling is essential because it ensures that the weld is strong, clean, and reliable, while also preventing damage to the material. Now, let us move onto the effects of temperature on metals during welding. The main purpose of applying heat in welding is to melt and fuse metals together, forming a solid joint once it cools. When done correctly, this creates a strong and durable connection. However, if the temperature is not controlled properly, several problems can occur. First, excessive heat can cause distortion, where the metal bends or changes shape. This happens because different parts of the metal expand and contract unevenly. Second, it can cause warping, which affects the alignment of the material. This is especially critical in structures that require precision. Third, too much heat can weaken the metal's internal structure, reducing its strength and make it more likely to fail under stress. Another important effect is caused by rapid heating and cooling. When metal heats up and cools down too quickly, it can develop internal stress, cracks, and changes in hardness. For example, a metal that cools too fast may become brittle, and meaning it can crack easily instead of bending. This is why welders sometimes control not just the heating but also the cooling process to maintain the desired properties of the metal. It is important to understand that welding is not just about applying heat, it is about controlling heat carefully. Good heat control ensures that the welded joint maintains its strength, durability, and proper shape. In many industries, especially in structural and mechanical applications, poor heat control can lead to serious failures. That is why welders must always monitor how the metal reacts during the process. So overall, the temperature plays a major role in determining whether a welding is strong and reliable or weak and defective. Now, let's discuss safety in arc welding, which is one of the most important aspects of the entire process. Welding involves high temperatures, bright light, and electrical equipment. So there are many potential hazards. First, welder must wear proper personal protective equipment, or what we call PPE. This includes a welding helmet with the correct lens shade, heat-resistant gloves, flame-resistant clothing, and safety boots. The welding helmet is especially important because it protects the eyes from the intense arc light, which can cause serious eye injuries such as arc eye. Second, welders should never look directly at the arc. Without proper protection, even a short exposure can damage the eyes. Third, proper grounding of the equipment is necessary to prevent electric shock. Since welding uses electricity, poor grounding can be very dangerous. Fourth, the working area should always have good ventilation. Welding produces fumes and gases that can be harmful if inhaled over time. Fifth, welders must regularly check their equipment and cables. Damaged wires or faulty equipment can cause accidents, including electric shock or fire. Another important safety practices is maintaining a clean and organized workspace. Flammable materials should be kept away from the welding area to prevent fires. In real-life situation, many welding accidents happen because safety rules are ignored or taken for granted. That is why it is very important to always stay alert and follow proper procedures. To summarize, safety in welding is not optional, it is a responsibility that protects both the welders and the people around them. So that's all. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something valuable from this presentation. Thank you.